coming down. Hey, hey, girls just wanna have fun. We turning up. Someone wrote a runs. Someone pour a cup. Cause tonight we going up and coming down. It's gonna be a while. Someone jump up in the crowd. Throw your hands up, go wild.
Welcome to As Per Usual. I'm one of your hosts, one of your co-hosts, Showcase Scoot Moore.
What's up, guys? Julian here. What's up?
Hey, a lot of energy. Sure fun over this way.
Hey, look at the palm trees, Mr. Miami in the back. I feel like City should. Well, first let's welcome everyone to episode 19, if I'm not mistaken. We recorded in episode 19 on this nice Friday afternoon. It might be nicer in some people's locales than others. City, you want to fill us in? Where are you at?
I'm in Miami right now. You know, what is it, 86 right now? 86 degrees, kind of. There's some winds too, so I'm sitting outside. Ooh, I feel the wind right now. Oh.
That's so over here too,
right?
Too, man.
Can you confirm that's not a background? That's not like a fake background, a green screen? Touch it.
I'll move.
Oh, the food truck.
Moves.
I don't know. You want to get the address in there?
Moves.
You could do cartwheels in the front yard.
That's elevation right there.
Yeah, me and Jules will be there tonight. It's like only me.
Yeah, you know Jules ain't traveling nowhere.
Right, until 2020, until 2042. Jules, what's new with you?
Hold on, is it my fault or is it? You know what? Let's not
say
even do it.
Whose fault is
you almost
it?
Got
say
me.
It.
You almost got me.
Say it. Whose fault is it?
You almost got me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say it's not my fault. Let's just say that.
Okay, but then whose fault is it?
Hey, why don't you say it? Say it.
I don't want to say anything without you.
Right,
I know who you want to blame it on, Wuhan. Like, I'm not afraid to say it. You can blame it on them.
City, we interrupted you. Go ahead.
Yeah, City.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm out here now. You know, we know the grind. Here for 6 months. The truck is all set. The grind should hopefully start in the next week and a half. Hopefully, you know, everything goes well. I just start next week and a half.
Yeah.
Start in these Miami streets, man. You know.
I love it. We're proud of you, dog.
Very proud.
Yeah, man. Food trapping.
Got the trap phone. How many phones you got?
Oh, this guy's something.
Right now, I got one, but it's gonna be another one on the way.
You're gonna need the work phone soon.
But yeah, man, you know, I want to thank the man upstairs for seeing another day, being able to record another podcast.
Absolutely.
Have some topics to talk about, you know, and just elevate stuff. Just amen for another day.
Absolutely, amen. I have a thing I was thinking. I remember we were planning a couple months back. I know we took a little bit of time off, but episode 20 being a big episode. Like, what should we do for episode? You think we should invite some other people to join because it's most likely it's obviously going to be virtual whenever we do record that next episode. Should we get some guests in here, sneak some more people in here and just have a whole crazy grown ass discussion?
Kendall wanted to have do that thing at the arcade bar.
Okay, City ain't gonna be here, but
yeah, I know. I would have said that would have been cool.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. It's just something like I could just picture like a Zoom party or something. What are you sipping on today, City?
Red wine.
Red wine. I was gonna say you're sipping on red wine. It's the first episode ever. I don't want to give anyone promotion, but it's the first episode ever. I'm not drinking an alcoholic beverage. An adult beverage. It's just like a sparkling water. But we're in a good vibe. What's new with everyone else? Anyone else like to share anything?
How's y'all's weeks and days been? You know, we catch up on that.
Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I just came back from LA. I was in DC, LA for a little bit. LA was much fun. The weather was great, 70s. We went to LA. I did a lot more besides we were in all Southern California. We were in San Diego too. But like I packed in a lot. I was only there 3 days, but I did a lot. Week before the Super Bowl, so they had all the shit set up. Went to a Lakers game, my first Lakers game I'm always gonna call it Staples Center. Like I always wanted to go there, just always seeing it on TV and like finally sitting there and like being in the crowd, hearing the organ and the music, seeing LeBron. Like I have pretty solid seats. Like that shit was like it was lit. Like it was dope just to be in Staples, that energy. And it was a big ABC game. Game went to overtime.
I remember.
AD
That's
was
a good
limping.
game to be at.
It was a lit game. I remember I was sitting down, but like, you know, it was the Lakers versus the Knicks. So like I wasn't cheering for anybody. Like I didn't care what team won, but obviously I was kind of leaning towards the Lakers because I'm at the Lakers stadium. But it was like funny, like so like Kemba, you know, he used to play for the Celtics. When Kemba would score, like I would clap. Someone on the Lakers do something, I would clap, but I was pretty neutral on like if someone did a dope move, I was like, oh shit, like, but I would cheer. And like where I was sitting also was like pretty even Lakers and Knicks fans. So they were all going at it, looking at each other when one team would score. Knicks fans were all jumping up and down. They had a big lead early. But I remember RJ Barrett scored a layup in the fourth quarter, and I just clapped. I was like, it was a dope layup. And not the game, not the one that tied, but it was like in the fourth quarter. And then the guy sitting next to me was like, you a Knicks fan? Like looked at me like you wanted smoke, like the way he said it. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm from Boston actually, so I hate both teams. Then he got a good laugh out of that. And then he was like, yeah, man, you hate both teams. I was like, I'm rooting for the Lakers tonight. And they won. The confetti came down. I was like, off for a team in 13th place or 12th place, you did all this, but it was a good experience. My LA trip was good and much needed. And that Lakers game, got a haircut in the hood. I had to FaceTime this guy as I was walking, trying to find the spot when I was getting the haircut. And then
this guy was making sure I knew he tucked his chain and shit. I was like,
yeah, she told me too. My barber, thank you for that. She was like, I see you got your chain on. Make sure you keep that tucked in.
Oh yeah,
besides that, I mean, I always love visiting California. Been a couple of times. I feel like every year now since I've been there at some point of the year. So I was like doing that. Got myself out, and I hope to go back soon. Or hopefully you see this guy in South Beach. You go to a Miami Heat game.
I'm telling you, yo, I'm happy I'm here with that.
I'm ready to do that. We gotta even playoff games, but gotta look at the calendar on that. But yeah, that's a little bit inside. I had to get away for a little bit, and I'm probably gonna have to get away again soon. So we'll see what's next.
Would you have to get away? You said you had to. Like,
you know, sometimes you just want like some space. You know, just a change of scenery. Yeah. That's what I was feeling for the last couple months or so. So it was just good to I mean, you did it major. I've moved before, like kind of like how you did. But yeah, we'll see what's next.
This is my third one.
Yeah.
Well, my second big move when I moved to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the thing is though, when I moved to North Carolina at first, I had moved with two familiar people.
Yeah.
And then at that time there was some security, but at this time it was like I moved.
Yeah.
I moved by myself mostly. So, but then it's okay that I'm familiar with moving by myself and like.
Facts. Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, yeah,
oh, you sold Jules. You want to say why you were smiling there when he said two people? When you moved with two people?
Oh, this guy's always instigating. This guy's always instigating.
Yes, sir.
This guy, like, listen, stuff can be unsaid, man. We don't need to invite the audience to our nonsense.
This is what a podcast is about, man.
No. It's just nonsense.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say something, but City said something, and you just
threw me off.
I'm sorry for throwing you off.
I came out here alone.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. You solo. Okay. Dope.
Yeah. I mean, I have a roommate that's sharing a room with the house that we got. We're leasing the place together, but it's not bad. It's cool. Everything's included in the house. It's dope. Right now, I feel like you know how peep this, right? You know how in the basketball game you're hyped for the game, you're ready, you're prepared mentally and everything. But
I have
those butterflies that come at the beginning. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like, I know what you're talking about.
Until the game really starts, before you get like that 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of running up and down, and then like missing the layup or making a 1 or 2 layup, whatever it is, then you start to like settle in. That's how I feel right now. That's the mode I'm in right now with my food truck. Like I'm excited. I've done all the hard work. Now like I'm at the place where the time for coach to put me in, the game to start. And it's like I'm feeling those butterflies right now. I'm feeling like damn, like. I
got you.
But it's like, yeah, but before we're gonna overcome on that.
Yeah. Before we jump into the topics, I just want to say, City. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I could 100% say I felt those emotions before in my day, right before a big game right now of playing. Yeah, I've definitely gone through that.
Yeah,
in my basketball career. Yeah,
in
my big career.
The long-lasting big one.
All right, guys. Let's just jump in. Yeah, let's jump in.
Who's
I
on
remember
the
you had one yesterday. You mentioned something. You wanted to start with that?
You want to start with? All right, we can start with
Yeah,
that.
let's start fire. Let's start hot.
That was just one that I saw it in
I
the
got
show. I seen it in a few movies. And I thought to myself, and I was like, damn, that's some deep shit. Like, how would I feel? And it's like before I get into it, let me just put it out there. It's like
Sure.
it was your a spouse, husband and wife mainly, but even like boyfriend and girlfriend is small, you can move on. But husband and wife, you get married and your best friend, your right hand man, like you have 3, 4, 5 friends that are your best friends, but you have your best friend. Something happened, vice versa, woman too. Your best friend, your husband or your wife pass away. It could be through whatever, sickness, going to war, whatever. Your best friend ends up being that person she moves on in life with. Like that's her new husband.
That's crazy.
And that becomes that person. Like, so to me, it's like, how do you feel? Like, I've thought about it before, like not really deeply, but then the more and more I saw it 3 different times. I saw it in Homeland. I saw it, Homeland, the show Homeland. And I saw it in two other movies. Like, it's like I started to ask myself, like, what's my best friend like plotting?
So let's put it.
Was he plotting on trying to get at her before?
So let's
hoping something happened to cause us to get there, or is he the one that even like will be safer to take care of my family for me because he's been close to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear you. I want, before I let Jules, I'll let you go off on that one first, but I want to put it in context so everyone gets it. So let's just say I'm married, right? And then make sure I got it correct. I'm married, right? I'm close. I'm my best friend. That's the love of my life, whatever. You're in our friend group, whatever. That doesn't matter. You both are. I pass away, God forbid, I pass away. And then City, then years later, however long later, you end up marrying my wife. Is that foul? So, yeah. And I don't know who wants to tee off on giving their answer first, but I already know where this is going.
Absolutely. That's a 12 out of 10 foul. That's a 12 out of 10 foul.
Flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2. Ejection. Suspension. Expulsion. I'm not ever doing that. I'll ask permission. I'll be like, yo, Chopay.
Who you asking permission?
Who you asking permission?
I'm saying for me.
Before the wedding in advance, if you might die, is it cool if you
might die? Is it cool? I'm saying,
or if you die early,
Yeah. Oh no, but I'm okay. No, I'm gonna answer that. I'm just saying, like, I'm answering the part where, like, okay, Chopay had an ex, right? And me and her vibe.
Not an ex. It's not an ex.
No, it's not an ex.
It's not an ex. It's your.
Chopay got married.
Wife.
Chopay got married, right?
So now she's a widow.
His wife is a widow now, and you, Jules, are Chopay's best friend.
Foul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
it's like Kobe. It's like,
I was just gonna say that. I was thinking
I pull up on Vanessa and we vibe and we get to know each other over the next year, and then I'm like, oh, you want to grab some chows? No, I'm not doing Mr. Chows with Vanessa. That's foul.
I love how you use yourself, and you didn't use like Pau Gasol or someone.
Pau married. Chill.
I know. But, or like use any of his ex teammates.
But that's foul. No, absolutely not. I personally, like, my morals and ethics, I would never do that. That's foul. That's foul.
Yeah.
But so that's quick. Oh, go ahead before I ask you.
It's interesting. Like, you know what I'll see oftentimes with like Vanessa or Asian Doll or whoever's lost like a
Lauren
boyfriend
London.
or husband.
Lauren London.
People, or like Lauren London. People will be like, oh, like I don't know when the right time to move on is, but like I feel like, Nipsey, Kobe, King Von, they would want their pretty much their girlfriend or their wife to find happiness. You know what I'm saying? So when I see social media going crazy over people like, oh, they shouldn't be dating or this and this and this, like, it's like, yo, people are human too. People have lives too, and they want wants and they have needs and they have desires. Let them move on in peace. Because obviously their husband or their girlfriend or boyfriend are not here on earth. So I feel like, but overall, to answer your question, City, that's foul.
Oh yeah,
I'm good. Nah, there's so many other women on the earth. I could find another one.
Nah, I could dig that. I mean, I could dig that, but
Absolutely.
you don't ask yourself like, is there a part that's okay to consider that your wife might be safer on this earth with somebody who you trust already, that you know that she's not about to go be played by nobody else. Like once she was done with
They
you,
could be
like
friends.
right, but you know, but then they could be friends, but you know that for a fact, like he would take care of her, like he
So
already
he's just
knows
supposed to
your
go
son.
and fill her shoes. That's a weird dynamic to me. It's like he's
This
like a husband. Like say when you guys are
he'll never
the
fill her
husband and
shoes though.
waiting. I would hope like if I had a kid, more so the kid. Like I don't want to sound shitty, but like I could give a shit less about like if you're married in the situation, so you're in love. I'm looking at it in a different lens. But in terms of if it's your ex-wife, like you don't have to monetarily take care. Just talking about you guys, because the marriage
Yeah.
thing, that's too far. Like just make sure if I have a kid that the kid is okay. I would want you to more so like be a
Don't worry
father
about the
figure, like a legit father figure to the kids, since I'm not the actual father is not there. Stop talking
Okay.
about myself in depth.
your concern would
But
be more so about your
more
child
more towards the child. If it's my wife,
or children. Yeah.
just be there at a distance, like a cool distance. Like you can still be cool, still be friends, but like, and that's how it is. Like I'm sure, like you're telling me in LA, some of Nipsey's old partners or whatever, they're checking in on Lauren, they're at the crib and they're not thinking, oh man, yeah, she looks good right now, or like they have those kind of thoughts, but they're not gonna fucking be disrespectful
Right.
and do
And
that.
you
Like
never know.
that's
You
I
never
mean, but
know.
that's the right thing to do. You know, the right thing to do is to not step those boundaries.
Right. But again, a lot of people do stuff when people aren't looking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worse. I would say. Like,
Somebody
and-
like me, my mind started to wonder. I'd be like, so was this best friend? Especially like you see, if it was like the third, fourth, fifth, sixth best friend, I may not think much of them. Not best friend, but friend. No, so you don't have that many best friends. You have like a small circle. But if it's like somebody outside of the bubble of your friend group that does it, it doesn't hurt as much. But if it's somebody like I said, your best friend, your right hand posse, that number one person you call, like if he does it, I feel like that's kind of like to ask, like,
it
what
was
do you,
already plotted.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
Like
both
your
were
mind,
plotting.
like to give it that chance now because it's like damn.
There was a story. Let me see. Well, she was kind of plotting to kill. I want to make sure I get it right, but you guys can keep going.
all
And
right.
share
Yeah,
your thoughts
look,
on
nah,
that.
City and Shopee, I agree with you. But let me keep going on what I was saying before. Like about asking permission. If my friend, my dog is locked up, because this I'm getting this example from a show that I watched for life. I don't know if we're cool with plugging shows on here, but
Oh,
I'm gonna do that real
plug
quick.
it.
All right, yeah, for life. It's a really good show. 50 Cent produced it, etc., etc. So anyway, what the show is about Aaron. I forgot his last name. But Aaron, right? He went to jail because he owned a nightclub and there was drugs being sold within the nightclub, and I guess one of the drugs was sold to mayor's or governor's daughter, and she like OD'd on it, right? So the mayor governor did like a whole raid sting on the nightclub, and because Aaron owned it, he got the rap for it or whatever. So
Right.
he did like 18. I want to say it was like, did he do like he's like 18 or 10? It was like over 10 years, right? And while he was in jail, he studied how to become an attorney and lawyer, and then he eventually got himself out. Anyway, my point is, while he was locked up, his wife Marie, um, she has her desires, she has wants her needs, right? And so his best friend Darius, best friend day one, Uno, took care of her while Aaron was locked up, becoming a lawyer and attorney to get himself out.
He took care of her.
I'm talking about slamming her head in the pillow. I'm talking about slamming her head in the pillow.
Yeah.
Technically. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there as a watcher. I'm like, Darius, why would you do that? Why would you do that? But I think it was like it was season 2. I think they revealed the reason why. So anyway, they showed in the episode how Marie came onto Darius. Darius was just doing his due diligence, coming through every other day, checking in on the daughter, making sure she's going to school, checking in on Marie, making sure the bills are cool. Oh, da da da. Did you see Aaron in jail this weekend? Oh yeah, I saw him. Da 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 da. And then one night, I think they had Thanksgiving, and Darius was over with the family, whatever. And then they were doing dishes, right? And then Marie was just like, "Yo, what's up?" And so they were kissing, whatever. So that's how they began their relationship. It got back to Aaron. Aaron was like, "Huh, bro? You my uno, like you my day one, you my ace. What you doing?" And then Darius is explaining. Anyway, my point is, it's foul.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, what you just explained is something that I don't say it happens every day, but it happens. But
Oh,
I
for
just
sure, it
want to bring,
happens.
I just want to bring up the death part. I mean, you know what I'm saying, that's like another extreme level, because what you just said is that shit happening. You know what I'm saying, it's like nothing. Dudes are ready to go, boom, boom, like you know what I'm saying. So for me, I don't know if
Is
it's
it
right or if
foul?
it's wrong. For me, I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong how I think this, but when I finally put my focus in a woman in a relationship, I think I put my trust in her now when it comes to those things. Like, because I feel like dudes are gonna be horny 24/7.
Okay.
So are women too.
Okay.
Right. So a woman, but my woman, if I'm over there thriving and saying that I'm just hooking up with just like sticking with you and we're just doing you, so I know how dudes are. Cause the moment a woman should have signed, a dude is ready to go. But a dude should have signed. Women can pick and choose whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? They have control over sex. Women have control over sex.
We
A
have
lot of the
control over
time.
relationships, right?
Yeah. Women have control over sex, period. So now that means I put my trust in her, because I'm like, all right, because it's you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you let him in, that means you was thinking something else, or there's something going on. Either I'm not doing right, or you're leaving, something's missing.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Mhm.
So
Right.
when it comes to that part, for me, I don't know if it's right or it's wrong, but that's how I look at it. I put my trust in the woman and let her. Even though my boys, I expect them to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why,
Mhm.
like prepare for the worst, hope for the best, or hope for the best, pray for the worst type of shit. But it's like
Yep.
I expect my dudes to do the rightful things, but I put my trust in the woman.
I mean, yeah, no, City. I agree with everything else you said, but the trust part, man, I
Can't
can't
trust
put my trust in a woman, man.
Can't put
I
trust
can't.
in
I can't.
anybody
I can
except
love
for
a woman.
yourself.
I can love her wholeheartedly, but I can't. Me personally, I can't.
How can you wholeheartedly love and then not trust?
I guess that
Because I think those are
1%.
two separate things.
I guess. Because I
You
can't be with
disagree?
somebody.
We all disagree, or we
I can't.
agree?
I don't know. I guess we'd be agree to disagree, because I feel like that I don't think I can be in there with that person, because for me, I need to feel security. You know what I'm saying? And I need trust in that. I can just love you, and I need security. I need that trust in there. And if I'm with somebody else, I'm gonna pillow talk with and come to you and give you raw shit, I have to trust you. If we're gonna be one, being one comes with trust. It doesn't just come with just love. You can
How
just
many
love.
strikes? Like you're putting a
You
lot of pressure on this woman, City.
Good discussion.
But I'm just saying though, like if you're gonna live with somebody for the
Of
rest of your life,
course.
it goes the other way around. The same thing for her relates to you. Like whatever baggage she brings, something that she don't want her family to know,
Yeah.
and you're that person comes on you. When she
Facts.
can't handle shit, or she has something where she wants you to hold that, you don't share with the world. She comes and trusts you, not for you to go tell her best friend, her sister, her mom, but just you. So that person comes reversed. So what I'm just saying, that if I'm gonna have that with somebody else for the rest of my life, I need to trust you, boo. I'm sorry. I'm
I
not just gonna
respect it.
love you. I'm not just gonna love you. I'm gonna have to trust you, because when my mom is gone on this earth, my family's wiped out. You're my family. You feel
Right.
me? So without my family I was brought on this earth with, I built a family with you. Bless
Yep.
you. I
Thank
built
you.
a family with you. So I don't know if I could do, oh, I just love you, but I don't trust you 100% or all the way. When I start to even have a second eye out for you, it's not healthy. I mean, a third eye. Let me
Yeah.
put a third eye.
I
already
always
have
have a
two eyes.
second eye
A
out.
third eye.
Oh
I
Yeah,
yeah.
always
for
So
them to put that third eye out. If
oh
I
yeah.
have third eye
Where's
out,
your third eye located? In the back? Where's your third eye?
my whole body. That's one eye. That's war. I'm everywhere. That's one
Everywhere.
eye. Just
Nothing gets
everywhere.
past City. So Jules,
No.
you could get
But if I have
married
to do
without
that,
real.
having that full. You go.
if I have to do that, no. If I have to do that, no. Go ahead.
Okay, Jules,
Yeah, no,
you can get
like,
married without having full trust for someone, I guess. I mean, I know that it's all like in
oh,
context. I know what you mean.
that's another good question, man. Yeah, for me, yeah. Because I just don't trust. I don't trust. Like the stuff I've been through and the stuff I've seen and observed and evaluated, I cannot trust.
Yeah, this is a
Like
crazy
like
world.
dudes, like men, more so, more so. I can trust men over
Oh
women.
wow.
From like my life and what
Good.
I've
Wow.
been through, what I've seen, what I observed and evaluated, I think men are more trustworthy. Um,
It's tough.
Maybe that's because I've had relationships with um friendships. Let's not get crazy. Like Chopay, it's been like 10 years. City's
Hmm.
almost been like 20 years. My other dogs has been like 10 years, 20 years. So like, but with women, besides my mother,
Don't have
I
any
never had
long term.
a long term. You
That
feel me?
is
I never
like
had a
kind of,
long
yeah.
term.
I hear you. I hear you. And that
So
makes
I
sense.
trust men
But
more.
it's not out of the ordinary either. Like, I mean, I could say the same thing. Like, I might like see someone I went to school with in like middle school and just be like, what if like I'm not their friends to this day? Like, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah. Y'all don't have any type of bond.
Although
But
I can
oh,
even both
go ahead. Go
say
ahead.
like all the women that we are friends with now, sorry, friends with, just mean friends, just friends, straight up. It's like people that we probably met later in life.
I
You would say
yeah.
like 20s and her 20s or
Yeah.
whenever that you're just like
Yeah.
cool with or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying at the end of it. It's
That's
a
just
good
me.
discussion. Yeah. Fact. It's real interesting. Another thing I was thinking of off that topic, I was just more so like when I'm like reflecting on my life as I've gotten older too in dating, like into the dating world, I would say like the most, when I think of like the most impactful things in my life, it's come like while dating someone or like in a relationship where I could pair it. Do you guys feel similar on that?
The most
Uh,
impactful.
Just like impactful things that have like happened and like obviously like not like big family things, but just like here and there, like when you learn like a lesson or something that you know stuck out to
Oh
you, just like
hell yeah.
interesting, and then like you could just like
What?
point it back and you're like, wow, like you
Hell
did
yeah.
something. Isn't that crazy? And I was like, that's like more than like of course like I got memories with y'all, like I got memories with my family, but like it's just
Yeah.
something about with girls where I'm just like, wow, like that like taught me or I learned something from this
Hell
person.
yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
think the most impactful thing I learned was yo, people will switch up
Oh,
on you
facts. Yeah.
like that. People will switch up on you. Like
yeah.
hell yeah. That's the most impactful thing I think off the top of my head. I can think people will switch up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, one week it would be the perfect week. Y'all can't can be inseparable. The next week, y'all blocking each other.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not talking. Oh, I ain't coming through tonight. What do you mean you ain't coming through? Psh, what?
It's
Yeah.
true. So true, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah. People will switch on you.
Mm-hmm.
People will switch on you in a second if their demands or their wants and needs are not met.
Yeah.
If they feel like it should, like if you're not on the same page, they'll switch.
Do you feel like you
Hell yeah.
switch too? Like you're in that same boat, the other person looking at you,
Have I ever switched up on anybody?
or like how you come off? Because like that's another thing too,
I've definitely switched up on people.
where like I guess like we're all like a reflection of each other sometimes in a way of just like things that we do,
Yeah.
where we just all do things differently, and like the way we perceive things is always, you know,
I've definitely
is
switched
always
up
going
on
to be
people.
different. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
all a
definitely
part
switched
of the
up on people.
game.
It's all part of the game, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the most impactful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is that. Yeah, people will switch up on you. They don't. It doesn't matter what type of um stuff you've genuinely done for them. It doesn't matter what type of stuff you've genuinely helped them with. They will switch up on you if
Facts.
their needs are not met. They'll switch up on you. So that's the biggest lesson I learned in my past, life with women. They'll
Mm-hmm.
switch up on you.
Yeah.
Um,
Facts.
and
Switching
I'm
up.
not saying like I'm perfect. I did things perfect with women because I absolutely did not. I fucked up, but man, people will switch up on you. But yeah,
We'll get back to it, but we're gonna take a quick second, guys. Right before we're gonna switch to the next topic. We're gonna take a quick like 2 second break, and we'll jump right back on. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, topic number 2 on today's episode, as per usual, is what age? Oh, sorry, let's do the third date. If she doesn't try to pay for the third date, so you're on a third date, are you expecting your girl, significant other, and you guys are brand new to this dating world, are you expecting her to, you know, do the little clutch, go for her purse by the third date? And if she does not offer to pay, are you out? Is that a deal breaker? So paying by at least the
no,
third date or attempting to pay.
No,
Like not
I got
even
that, boo.
every time.
I got that, boo. We listen.
There's other stuff
You,
that play into it. Yeah, it's just the context, depending. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she does other stuff? What if there's other things that she's doing outside of the dating that made you by
You
the
guys
third, fourth
just
date? You don't
started
even
dating. No, I mean I feel like it's too early for all
it's,
that. It's like you're
but it's
still
the
getting to know.
third date though. But it's the third date, so that means you
Yeah.
already had one, two.
Yep.
So that means you've hung out other times.
Mhm.
So that means possibly with him. No, I'm saying she could not have done nothing. But I'm just saying, I feel like it's all context, because it could be that you don't mind her paying for the third date, but then it could be you're trying to impress her. You're not even complaining about the third date, or it could be that she showed you other things that you were like, I don't really need to ask for that. Maybe she brought you dinner or lunch, or showed you that she really fucked with you because she, you know what I'm saying? Like, just context is what I'm saying. Context.
I'm saying the context in this one is she's
just not
wined and dined, and like she's doesn't really offer. I know like there's like I want to say this correctly, of just like I guess like different tax brackets of like we're saying just talking for ourselves. Like we're not saying, oh yeah, we're fucking a top shot, whatever, this public figure, whoever. Like we're just saying like it's just like those things of like gratitude. Or I feel like, yeah, I mean I would expect you. I feel like for the majority of dates that I've been on in my lifetime, like they always offer, and especially like on the first one, like I would always take care. But like the majority have like offered, and sometimes I'll just be like, okay, sure, like
that's
just that. Yeah, you respect that.
Yeah, respect
I feel you.
And like
I feel you.
But in terms of if I've been out with them, let's say 3 or 4 other times, and like she didn't really even attempt, then nah. I'm questioning it at this point.
It kind of goes back to my first thing. It's like also who's initiating. Like, like if I say, hey, let's go out tonight, if that comes out of my mouth, I feel like I'm entitled to that. And then I'm entitled to be paying for the night. And then on top, if she says we should go ABC tonight, like I'm saying, then I feel like she could put in, but sometimes it's like I don't really care. I'll be like, hey, and I feel like after a few days she could probably initiate. Initiation is cool, but I'm not clocking you though.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not clocking you. Right. When is she gonna initiate? When is she gonna put? For me, it's all about feeling. We're gonna go on all these days. We could go on 10 dates. But if I feel like by the 11th day I start to feel like, yo, this chick never even offers. It has to be a feeling that comes on. You know what I'm saying? It's not in my mind. I'm clocking it on how many dates, but it's just like it's a feeling like I gotta feel. But then again, she could be doing other things that fulfilling other feelings that made me not think about the date paying. You feel me?
Other things. What are these other things?
Yeah, that is so funny.
What are these other things? I want to know.
I'm crying right now.
I said Joe at the end. Yeah. What are those other things? I don't know what you could be doing that early in a relationship. I mean, I feel like that's something that you catch early on, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on?" Like,
nah, I would definitely respect that. I don't. Well, first of all, how I'm looking at it, you shouldn't be dating if you have money. If you have money issues, fellas. I'm just talking to the fellas right now. If your money's not right,
I've heard that.
What the hell are you focusing on dating for? You need to get yourself a career and a job.
I've heard that.
So, like, yeah, for me, I don't have any like major financial issues. I need money, but I don't have any financial issues where like I'm like, all right. And I'm not Chopin, I'm not directing this at you. I'm just saying in general. I don't have any financial issues where like
Chopin got money.
Why would it be directed at me?
No, because what I'm about to say, I felt like you would be jumping in like, oh, yo, white. So I'm just giving you a forewarning. Nah, but like, I don't
get sensitive.
I don't go into date. I don't go into a date like, all right, let me see. Okay, this is like the second date. All right.
Right. That's what I would say. I'm not clocking her.
Yeah. I'm not really clocking. Me personally, I don't really see an issue with a woman not paying for activities and outings. I don't really even like birthdays, Christmas and stuff like that, Valentine's Day. All I really require is like a good morning acknowledgement and maybe a card, but anything like a physical, actual like gift, don't get it for me, because it's just because for me, like when I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, this girl's in love. That's how I take it. Like, oh, this girl's in love. Like, I'm more of the person that wants to slow it down. You know what I'm saying? I can get you a gift. I can get you a gift. I have no issue with that. But as far as you getting me something physical, like I'm like, yo, like relax with that. Just
I
give me a
think,
card,
but
give me a good morning, happy birthday, Valentine's, whatever. Cool.
that's cute
But
though.
as
That's
far
cute.
as
That's
like a
cute.
date,
That's cute though. That's cute. But you're going far away from what Scoop is getting at. Scoop is just saying the third date, like, I guess you can see you already answered it because you said that you're not clocking her. So it's like
no,
it's
don't
so
pay.
basically no. So basically no, Scoop.
I mean, I
Like
guess
it's
it does go on with the vibe, but I just think the offer. I'm not saying pay for it. Like I'm not ever looking for someone to pay for my meal.
See,
And then I'm just saying, or for whatever
but
drinks. I'm
you
just
you
saying,
know,
it's just the thought of it. Like I
I
wanna
posted
like
this on the story though. I posted this on the APU story one time where the dude with the black kid, he was at the
follow
table and he was
us.
he was looking at the shorty's purse like, is she gonna offer? Like, it's just a gesture. Girls, women are so brilliant and so smart. Yeah, they're gonna reach in there and pull out that Amex card. You know what I'm saying? That black or gold or whatever platinum card. But they looking at you. They ain't even looking in their purse. Yo, they looking at you. They're like this because they know they're like, nah. Let me see if Julian is gonna pull out his and cover for me. Because yeah, they got it. You know what I'm saying? I know they got it, but they just want to see. It's all a test. So nah, I have no issue paying for activities or outings or anything like that. What I desire requires that number one, you look good from head to toe. Your hair done, nails done, toes done. You looking nice, okay? And secondly, if I'm putting in the work, I'll leave it at that. You already know I'm going with that. Like if I'm doing my due diligence, if I'm taking you out to a good time, everything paid, the vibe is right.
They
Yo,
want to make sure Jules is gonna pull out that DCU debit card.
the digital credit union. That
That DC.
yeah, all Ghanaians do
yo,
have it,
I'm
but I
not.
mean,
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm the only Ghanaian that doesn't have it.
TD
I'm
Bank.
not. I'm not bragging or nothing though. But what you said about the American Express shit is like it's a different feeling when you pull out the American Express.
Oh,
Right,
It's just
it is.
it's just a
I'm not
different
there
feeling.
yet. I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
Tommy Russell's
like
calling me. Should I put him on the podcast or should
No,
I
no, no.
let him go?
nah, wait right now. But yeah, but I felt that when you said that, I
The
felt that
Wi-Fi in Miami
like
is acting up.
no lie though, when you
I feel sorry for the viewers that have to hear that
because
part. Take your camera off and put it back on, City, or
Yes,
mute it. Wi-Fi is shit in the bed. We on live, baby.
Yes, club.
I'm gonna mute him and then unmute him. This shit is going super slate and slow. Well, it's just me and Jules right now until City kid. I'm gonna get City out and back in.
Yeah. Let
And
him leave
then
real quick and come back.
wait, let me see if I can. All right, City, we'll see you in a second. Well, we'll remove him. I mean, we'll bring him back.
Yeah. So
We'll
we
bring
should
him back.
continue.
You keep
or
going.
wait?
Yeah, continue. Keep going.
Yeah.
Share
So
your thoughts.
yeah, like I'm not really like clocking like that. Like yeah, but I get what you're saying about the offer. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice gesture. Yeah, I know. It's just like saying thank you after a date. I get that for sure. But for me, I could take care of all of that.
All the
You just got to
time.
make sure
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice.
you looking right.
That's
Like
it. That's all it is.
that's all it required is that you look good from head to toe. Like
Okay,
damn,
okay.
man. Like I'm just like oh yeah. Like make me feel like oh yeah. Like this was well worth whatever I spent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when you just coming out there just like blase blah, like do that after I say like after like the seventh date where it's like all right, like we're legit dating, we solid, we exclusive, wear whatever. but like wear sweats, so I don't care. But before that, you got to make sure like what I'm paying for this date is worth it. You know, that's pretty much my thing on that. Yeah, man.
Interesting. I'm trying to just get City back in here, so we're working on that. Say that live. But I mean, with me, it's all before we get into the next topic. Damn, there's people at my door.
Yeah, no. I do like your mindset though. I do like
no.
that.
It's just the logic of it all. I would say it's just that, just like let's make it a fair thing at that point.
How about this?
Like I'll still pay for it. Like, but that's just something I'm not trying to say I clock it. I mean, I know the way I'm describing it is as if I do clock it, but it's just, I just feel like it's just one of those things. It's a fucking gesture that you do. It's like, yeah, I'm going to see if you attempt, but I'm assuming 3 dates in, like, I've never been in a situation where I've had to consider that. I'll say that.
Same. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I had to, do that. I do want to ask you though. So, okay, I like what? Okay, but eventually, they would have to pay for a date though. Eventually, correct? Okay, all right.
No, I don't care. No, I don't care. Sorry, I did the way you said that.
So
had me distracted.
y'all can
I
go
don't
on
care.
100 dates.
Yeah,
y'all can go on. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like a stickler about that, but I would just think in the age of fairness and of the empowerment, whatever it is, equal rights.
You almost got me. I was gonna say something. You almost got me.
You gotta say it on the podcast, though.
No,
you gotta say it.
Nah, they control it right now. They control it. Once I'm in that position, in that seat where I can say what I want.
Who controls it? That's a good. This is something that we need to. This is a duo podcast right now. No. Who's in control right now? You work for Fox News. You work for CNN.
I just saying.
You know how some people say who's they using pronouns now?
Just say they. That's it. They in control right now.
They control the government.
You said CNN.
I said, like, you know how some people say my tweets are opinions are not the expressor of my whatever. It's like, you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say. Just because you got me dying right now, but they're like, oh, it's not my employer, like all thoughts are my own, like none, like all that nonsense. Right. But
right.
No, let's dig into that. Let's link it. Let's dive. Let's lock into that. Let's say, so who's they? Your current job? Because I know if your current job saw your Twitter,
listen, I already know you.
They will be calling you to HR.
It's good. But yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna get into they. Listen, viewers.
We're gonna get into him.
Put two and two together.
I'm getting myself in trouble myself. Trying to joke on you.
that is funny though. That you do say that people's Twitter accounts are their own personal accounts, but yet when their employer sees what their views, their opinions, their logics, or their ethics, or whatever, it's an issue when you come back to work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense because you are a representation of the company. It does make sense. It does make sense, but
so like look at someone like Michelle Tafoya.
Brought that up. Yeah,
like this because like this was in the news this week, Michelle, and this wasn't on our shit, but on our agenda. But Michelle Tafoya, how she left. She had to leave her job that controlled what she said in her views, in her viewpoint, was saying that different skin colors, like being different, should not be taught in schools. And like she wants to go on basically on a campaign and work with the politicians in Minnesota to like change laws and regulations and things like that. And she wouldn't be able to do her broadcasting job at NBC.
I think that's bold of Michelle.
Yeah, NBC, which is more of a liberal. She definitely leans more on the conservative side. So, and NBC is a liberal, news station, news channel establishment. So, but like, I feel like that. I feel like in her case, I feel like it's really noble what she's doing.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm just like wherever you fall, like, I'm not even sure exactly where I fall on it, but I feel like I lean like more towards like, I can't say her because like when you say that color doesn't like make a difference, of course it does make a difference.
Absolutely.
You can't say it does. So like that, it makes a difference. But in terms of the example that she used was that her son's best friend when they were when they were young was a black kid. Like they were inseparable. It wasn't until they got to school, then these schools started doing affinity groups in those things. It started separating them at lunch. They grew apart because they weren't together, and like it started to get awkward. It's like, oh, do I chill with you or do I chill with like other black? And I'm just like, and like that's where I agree with her. Like we went to school at the same time. Like we did. I can speak for myself. Like I didn't even know what an affinity group is. Like we didn't have that. Like we were all just
Yeah, same. I didn't have that.
together. I've learned more about that in my adult life in the last couple of years. So it's just like it has me thinking. She is right, because I could bring myself to the point when I was young. I know it's different for all kids, but like I had all friends of different diversity. I never once thought he's a different color than me. He looks different than me. Like I never once said that. I never once like that thought never like crossed my mind. Like I was just like, we're all kids and like having fun, you know.
See,
hit that.
with
I tried to
me-
get City back in.
Yes, we is. We are trying to get City back in. Okay. Shall I continue or wait?
Yeah, keep going. Go on it. We're having a good discussion.
So with me, I went to private school. So I immediately knew at 4 or 5 years old what the difference in color was. Because the white kids made it known, you know, Julian, you black, I'm white, Asian. Like I knew all that. I knew the difference. There was a lot of like, I wouldn't necessarily say racism, because at 4, 5, 6 years old, I don't know what I'm saying to a white kid in my class. The white kid doesn't know what he's saying to a black kid.
Learning it from the parents.
A black kid doesn't know what he's saying to an Asian kid in his class. You know what I'm saying? I have best friends to this day that are Asian. I was a groomsman in a wedding 3 years ago now. 3 years ago. My day one, he's Asian. He's Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? But I can't speak for him, but me at 5 when I met him, yeah, I knew the difference. I knew there was a difference. Like,
of course there's a difference, but it didn't stand out to me. Like it wasn't a thing. Like I was like shocked. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you know, there's a difference, but like, it wasn't just, I want to be friends with everyone, you know?
Yeah. But no. See, it was confusing for me though at 4, 5, 6, because I didn't see many kids that were my complexion.
See, I didn't have that. I did.
So it was confusing.
Gotcha.
While at that age I should be into like basketball. Oh wait, you know what? Let me not get stereotypical. But okay. No, wait.
Do it. Go wherever your mind leads you.
No, actually, no. I can say this.
Say whatever. You guys tell me not to be unfiltered. Unfiltered.
No,
talk.
but I just want to offend people. I don't want to offend anybody in the audience. So, okay, we can be real here. Let's be real.
Of course. If you offend, you offend. That means you're doing something right. Like half people will hate you, half the people love you.
I'm saying, typically, you know, black people who listen to, you know, rap music, hip hop, football, basketball, versus typically a young white kid who's, you know, playing Star Wars, Beast Wars. Obviously, yeah, sports too would be involved in that. But they're not listening to hip hop. They're listening to at that time who was the rock bands that were popping. I don't remember. Anyway, so it was confusing for me when I would go to my white friend's house, and the dad would pick me up from the hood where my parents' house is, pick me up, and then he's listening to Leonard Skinner. I'm like, okay, I understand. So is this what I should be bumping to? Like, that's how I thought. Should I be bumping Leonard Skinner? Should I be bumping Led Zeppelin? Should I be bumping Kiss when I'm hearing WAAF? And you go into their house, they have Beast Wars and Star Wars, and you're like, oh, okay. So you open to a whole new world.
Different culture, yeah.
Different culture. But when I get home, the radio's on, I'm hearing Mary J. You know, I'm hearing Mary J. I'm hearing at that time LL.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Lauryn Hill, you know, Wyclef Jean, Dead Prez. I'm hearing that stuff, so I'm like confused. I'm like, wait, should I be bumping rock?
Daddy and Mace?
Bumping rap? But because the majority of my private school is obviously 90% white kids, and the other 10% is a mix of Hispanic, Black, and Asian. So it's very confusing for me. It's very confusing for me, man. It was very confusing for me. But
interesting.
You know, but because I had two parents in the household, they rooted me into like me being like, no, you're a Ghanaian kid, man. You're a West African man. So, um, having them really helped me, and my
What's
other
up?
family, my uncles, aunts, and all that, grandmother, rest in peace. They really set it straight for me. But yeah, it was very confusing for me growing up of like the differences and all that, the cultures, the ethnicities, and
Okay.
yeah.
This is cool. That's cool. So I'm gonna, before we're gonna get into one last topic, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna see if we can get City back in. We're gonna take another quick 1-2, and we'll be right back. APU.
All right.
Oh yeah. First, we got to make acknowledgement that we got City back. We got City back in attendance. He dipped out on us. That Miami Wi-Fi.
Oh, you trying to come for the MIAO?
Hey, Rob Band. So, guys, I got a good one for you. What, Jules? It looks like Jules is looking over to see where we going with this. So when do you start? When do you start to like wonder why a girl isn't married? Why hasn't she been wiped up yet? Like what age? Like do you see someone, or do you think like, okay, there's something wrong? Like do you think that she has particular red flags to why she's not married
For
at
me,
that age?
it's not the age. For me, it's how good you look.
For me, it's how you act.
Got both ends of the spectrum.
Wait, it's how you act. Wait,
Yeah.
no, wait, but City, hold on. But like,
Like,
I'm talking about. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be the prettiest person in the world,
Pretty.
but if you're hard to deal with, you're not keeping nobody.
Nobody.
You're not keeping nobody.
Right, not right.
Like
City,
Keith
we
Sweat.
agree.
Nobody.
I think Chope's saying like upon initially meeting them within the first 2 to 3 minutes, you're asking like what?
So yes and no, but like not even meeting them, just in general. So it had nothing to do with like encounters. Like in your personal judgment, like what age, I guess I should just ask you like this, do you expect on average that a woman should get married? And are you questioning why she's not married?
23.
You think they should be married by the time they're 23 years old?
I think
that's early. That's real soon. That's their early 20s. They're still kids. I would say.
But you see, it's funny. Now we say that's early now in 2020s. But go back 20, 30 years ago.
We're not living then.
No. I know. Oh, okay. Wait, but.
And I don't have an age myself. Like I'm not like.
That's what I'm saying. There's no age.
Right.
But there's some people that are like, okay. But in like, I feel like for women, because I feel like women more so desire marriage in most cases on average more than men. Like,
I don't ask myself that. I just ask myself.
It's just a question. It's just a question though. It's not like if you ask yourself.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. No, I'm saying though, like when it comes to that, I don't ask myself. I try to find out, like, I try to get to know you and see why you don't have a man. If you're so, like you said,
got you. So
Jules, you said on the looks, right? You said on the looks, right, Jules? So to me, I'm like, yeah, you're so pretty.
I got something for you.
You're so pretty, but like, and we're in our 30s. We're talking about now. We gotta keep it here where we at.
Yeah.
We're talking about before.
So I'm like, dang, I got something for you, City. So you're about to go on these Miami streets, Biscayne Bay, wherever you at in South Beach, South Florida, and you approach a fine young woman. She's 42. She just tells you she's 42. She looks good. Doesn't matter. She just says she's 42. You're not gonna think later on, not in the moment, but after maybe you've talked to her, like you feel the vibe. You're not gonna think like, shouldn't she? I'm wondering why she's not married. And she tells you not married, no kids. Are you questioning that? Does that then go? Do you have a thought in your mind like,
hell yeah?
I wonder, like, what is she like? I'm sure she's been through her fair share of relationships and has her past. Why isn't she? Like, she looks good too. Like, why isn't she? So you're telling me that? So
no, I'm saying goes to what I said.
Yeah,
I want to know why she. I'm saying it doesn't have to be just married. Like, I get your question, but for me, it's not pinpoint on marriage. For me, it's why at this age you don't have somebody.
Yeah,
that's all. So I'm trying to see your ways, because only your ways will push people away. Your beauty ain't pushing nobody away. Your ways. Yeah. So that's what I'm asking. I'm not asking about why she's not married. I'm just asking about how come she's still single. I'm like, all right, and because sometimes you see it, you're like, oh, I see why, dude. I see why dudes didn't want to put up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you start to find out. But I don't
Yeah,
talk
so-
about marriage.
Got you.
Not everybody wants to get married. I respect
So
couples.
that goes on to my second part. So
Yeah,
it's
I respect
always
the
like
couples.
just because a woman isn't married, like it doesn't have to be for negative reasons all the time.
No.
So it's
Right,
not
no.
always like she's red flags. Like it could literally be she does not want to be married or she has positive reasons and there's no reason to get married. But I feel like more so where you're at right now, down south, like it's like pretty much expected to like get married. Like like these women, like they're looking for husbands, especially out in Miami. I feel like that is the goal. I don't feel like
for the next come up. They're looking for the next come up.
Yeah, true. Or come up however you want to. Brittany Renner shit. The way she got down.
Hey, I ain't talking about Brittany. I ain't talking about Brittany.
she ain't gonna call you out. Let's get messy.
I'm just saying.
Y'all both are starting to holding back. Jules, when you were gone, like I'm like, Jules, you gotta come out. Like, who's your employer? And now you're saying you don't want to say stuff, but in the group chat, everyone gets.
No, I'm saying if I had to say something with Brittany, if I had to say something with Brittany, I would say we'll talk about it in her face and sit together and see what she has to say, because if she's saying that, because when she was talking to with Cam Newton, the last interview from with Cam Newton, I didn't watch all of it.
Superman.
Right, but she said something like Cam said something like, she's doing something on other people's expense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she's talking about, I made it from the mud. I did it from the mud. So what you're doing is you're staring other guys who did it from the mud. You're giving them false hope. That's what's happening. Right. When it comes to somebody who, you know what I'm saying? But then she said, you don't know me, know my relationship, you don't know and she's right. I don't know how she is with these guys personally and what happens. But what she did preach is, when she was at that locker room with the boys, she preached that women out there have different intentions and stuff. She preached that language, you know what I'm saying, for them to watch out for that. Yeah. So in that sense, isn't she doing that? Even so her getting it from the mud is basically trying to manipulate to get into, you know what I'm saying, other guys and get into those ways and use them and really get up. So like, I'm not, it's a whole back and forth with that. So if you're gonna show me love and show who's real, I don't know her personally, so I can't really go nitty gritty. You feel me? Because she can hit me with, you don't know me, you don't know what I do, you don't know the guys.
Shout out Mississippi, Jackson State alum. She was on the soccer team. I paid attention. So, yeah,
exactly. She definitely was on the soccer team. That was one thing I liked about her too. For real,
I took my notes.
When she was on the soccer team, that was one thing I liked about her.
I ain't trying to end up in your book. Can't relate to that in that link.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think it's not a red flag. It's not a red flag at all. If a woman you see in her 40s or late 30s,
now, she got to be married by 37.
But you know what? Oftentimes,
crickets.
Especially because I was just thinking about, I was processing what Sophie was saying. Like, oftentimes women have been approached for marriage. They've been engaged. They've been approached. It's just that it didn't work out, or it just, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, many times that's what happens. They've been engaged or they've been approached.
What if they haven't?
Now, I know women personally who are in their late 30s and 40s who are just so career driven. It's taken up their whole 20s, going into 30s, and then now 40s. That's pretty much it. If you see a woman who's, I'll say, 37 and going on and hasn't been approached, been engaged, but didn't go through, or just not looking at marriage, it's because her career has overtaken her. Pretty much. I think that they're all about a bag. They're all about a bag.
There's women but then there's still these successful women out here still on Tinder though. What are they looking for then if their career is taking over?
They're looking for somebody to satisfy their needs. When they come home from the office, or they come home from TV, or they come home from music, they come home from their restaurant that they own. At night, they get home at night, 9 o'clock. Come home, shoot, yo, come over, yeah, come through, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly, successful people like that, who are career driven, they have access to men who can fulfill any of their needs.
So he's
So
already ready for his next plot. Over here, he's frozen again.
he's frozen. Oh yeah,
He's trying to stunt.
That's what I think.
See what happens when you try to stunt. Let's just keep him like that for the rest of the episode. Y'all can look at his face.
Shout out Florida.
Oh yeah,
Shout out Florida.
Shout out Florida. But yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. You have something to add?
No, and
there he is. He's back.
Okay, yes, City's back now. But
you try to stunt so hard. He's ready for the beach.
Yeah,
look
the
at
women.
That sun.
Okay, if we're talking about Florida, I never been, but I would assume those women.
I'll send you some
majority
videos.
of them have been approached for marriage. A majority of them have been vetted for marriage, but again, they may not be ready for commitment. And yeah, like there's so much money out in Florida that they feel as though like
Shout out Selling Sunset.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like what we talking about?
Charisse on the other joint, the spinoff.
Marriage is not for everybody, like you said. I think you or City said that. It's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
interesting. Okay. So I feel like we learned a lot. I could see City's ready to dipset all that sun. Where are the earrings? Where are the studs? Those studs?
Those studs, bro.
Damn. And
wait,
you gonna get a cut before? Are you fresh? I can't tell. No.
We'll go to the beach. We're about to go.
He said I don't even need it.
I'm about to dive in.
Trey Songz, Tremaine over here. Don't dive in like.
No, let's not do that.
Don't go too far on that. Don't try to emulate the diving position like Trey.
No. We can't talk about Tremaine Everson, not right now.
Why not?
But
I thought Jules wanted to get to that line of getting canceled. He's been pulling himself. You've been pulling yourself back.
I told you when I'm in the position to fully speak my mind, then I will. But right now, where I'm nothing, I can't. But I do want to go back to what you said.
I think you can.
How I said.
I think you got to start it off somehow. Start
23, 23 and 24. You said, "Oh, that's way too young."
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that's way too young to get married and have a family? Just asking.
You're a baby. Like you have so much life still to live. And yeah, you're right. When you're younger, you think 23 is old, but once you've lived it and you've experienced, experience is the best teacher. And if you want to have grown-up responsibilities at a time where you're supposed to just be figuring yourself out, then okay, that's up to you. By 20,
hold on.
And have your fun. I feel like later 20s, 27, okay, you can start talking marriage.
Okay, so what? At what age should you be a parent and married though? To you in your world, Strope?
There's no.
Wait, sir, I didn't get this question. I didn't hear.
He said at what age could you be a parent?
Or a husband or wife?
Husband or wife? I mean, yeah. Technically speaking, at 18.
Technically, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can have a baby.
But
women can have a baby at from 14 at any age. Like honestly, that's just the honest truth, the science of it, right? 13, 14 at the most.
Right.
Of when you can have it, yeah. And that's like babies having babies. And I still feel like at 23, you're still a baby. What do you know? Shit, I'm starting to learn. I'm hearing this from other people. It's like our age now, like we're still fucking considered babies. Like I feel like I was like, oh yeah, I'm an adult. I remember when I was working at a school and I was talking to a parent. I was like, yeah, I'm older than you think. Like I'm pretty up there. And then she goes, Shofe, how old are you? I told her I was turning 31 in the next month. So 30, 31. And she just started laughing. And she's like, you're a baby. Like, so it's basically still like, that's how we're perceived. Like, even though we feel older and yes, we are true adults. So just imagine if you're, of course, I knew you were going to say some shit like that, but it's like to the point where I'm trying to say is,
I get it.
If you feel like you're still perceived young by society in your early 30s, late 20s, then what do you think a 23-year-old is? That's a fucking baby, bro.
I think society nowadays have made 18-year-olds grow people right away.
Okay.
I mean, you are.
Now, what we didn't have when we were that age is you could become a millionaire as a teenager. Really, it was coming. It was going in that direction when we were that age. But you had to really grind, say a Soulja Boy who's posting this stuff on MySpace and becoming big. But now all it takes is one big time viral TikTok, and you're a star. And that's so much easier to show out to the masses. Because Soulja Boy, I know he always says it, but he was really one of the only ones doing it that came up from the online internet era, like when that shit first started booming.
Yeah, it
But
was.
like now you have like you have the Vine, you had Vine, then you had TikTok and it's whatever to Instagram and all that shit now.
Really was.
So,
but yeah, 23. Like
I still think it's very young.
And I see it. People getting married at 20, 22, 21. You have your whole life. Huh?
And then you know what they're doing at 27 when they get married at 23? Oh, I didn't get to live. I didn't get to enjoy my life. I didn't get to like be me.
Very true.
I didn't get this. I didn't get to experience life. Shut up.
But then
decided to do what you did.
That's very true, Chope. But then people often beg the question, okay, why are you waiting so long to get married? So
it's not waiting.
There's really no like. What I'm trying to say, there's really no answer to like, okay, like you should be married. You shouldn't be married at 30. You shouldn't be married at 40. You should be married at 20. Like, just do what feels right for both individuals in the parties, in the situation, in the marriage.
Yeah.
And the same thing with families. Like, okay, like 23. People say 23 is young. Is it really? You know what I'm saying? People say
it is.
People say. Young.
I mean, you're an adult. You could form your own opinions and your own like thoughts and things like that. But it is in society, you're a baby. At 23, 23 is very young.
We disagree though. We disagree on that. That's all good.
You're a young adult. You're still an adult. Like you're still required to do adult things. But like you could purchase a drink, like do all that, whatever. But yeah, I mean, great discussion.
Exactly. You could you could purchase a drink. You probably got your bachelor's at 21.
Like Jules, if you told me that you knocked down a 23-year-old, I'm not going to be like, what? Like she's so. I'll be like, okay, dope, because she's an adult. Like I'll be like, at your age now. So
right,
like, that's
but she's still young though.
She's still young, yeah. But it's just like I'm not going to be disgusted by it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, dope shit. How was that? You're at her dorm room.
Dorm room, oh yeah.
Let's yeah, I know exactly the thought.
Oh man, college. Shout out URI.
Shout out URI. Shout out all y'all's alma maters.
Go Rams.
City, I know you're ready to go. City, you want to sign off for the crew? You want to say any final last words?
Yeah, man.
Before you go enjoy the beach, he's ready to go.
Let's keep talking.
City's ready to go. I mean,
you want to keep going. He's just smoking a J. He good.
I'm done.
He said his laptop is dying. Wow.
I'm about to die too. I got 1% left. I'm trying to wrap it up.
Viewers and fans, see, City's priorities doesn't lie with you. Me and Jules are still here. If you still want to hear our voices, but this guy's ready to enjoy the Miami beach and stuff.
Yeah, actually, I don't blame him. I can't even blame him. Honestly, I can't blame him. All right, guys. We're signing off.
We are signing off.
Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. Keep chasing your dreams, audience. We'll be back soon. More hot topics, more fire content. This is Julian signing off.
Chef Fun is out.
Chef Scoop, episode 19. Watch out. Be on the lookout for episode 20 soon. He dipped quick. We out. Peace.
Have fun. We turning up. Someone wrote a bunch. Someone pour a cup.